So these are some specific situations that further illustrate the nuances of prohibited activities. In the first example, note that it is allowable for you to talk about your experience as a teacher for AmeriCorps member in order to educate others about your program or your school. But it is a fine line between sharing information and lobbying. You cannot ask for support or action from the representative that you are talking to. The second example represents Corps members protesting, which is always unallowable on AmeriCorps time. However, the prohibited activities do not extend to your students, who are allowed to exercise their individual rights and protest. Just remember not to require or encourage them to do so. So we often receive questions from Corps members about prohibited activities and social media. The big question is posting on social media about political beliefs or any topics covered in prohibited activities prohibited? The answer: if it is on your own non-AmeriCorps time, i.e. after work hours, not on passing periods, not during grad school or TFA PD, and you do not explicitly identify yourself as a TFA Corps member or AmeriCorps member, it's fine. To avoid violating prohibited activities, do not post any political content during school hours, at school events, on school devices, etc. Here are other tips to help navigate prohibited activities and social media. 1. Do not post political beliefs during AmeriCorps service hours. 2. Do put disclaimers on your accounts that the ideas and content expressed are solely your own. 3. Do not post pictures from rallies, protests, or other political activities if you are wearing TFA or AmeriCorps gear. And do keep perception front of mind. Would someone think that you are posting content during AmeriCorps service? We also receive a lot of questions about in-person activism and prohibited activities. In the past year, there have been a number of social and political movements based in schools. So this is top of mind for our Corps members. Remember, on AmeriCorps time, AmeriCorps members cannot organize or engage in protests, petitions, boycotts, or strikes, engage in partisan political activities or the activities designed to influence the outcome of an election to public office, or participate in or endorse activities that include advocacy for or against political parties, platforms, or candidates, proposed legislation, or elected officials. Please keep in mind when encountering these situations that you can always engage in a protest, strike, etc. as a private citizen on your own time. If you do attend an event like this in your personal time, do not wear any of your TFA or AmeriCorps gear or post online content from the event that associates you with TFA AmeriCorps. And remember that, again, perception matters. Could it be perceived that you're engaging in these activities while on AmeriCorps time? And then also, if your school is planning to strike, walk out, protest, etc., please get in touch with either your MTLD or myself as soon as possible. They can help you navigate these tricky situations so that you can remain in good standing with AmeriCorps and not lose your AmeriCorps benefits. So let's talk about some additional resources that are available to you throughout the year. So here is an overview of your AmeriCorps checklist. This was also emailed out along with your My AmeriCorps login, as well as signing on eDocs. So just to begin, the onboarding and enrollment requirements. Many of you are done with this. You completed your criminal history check requirements and also are in the process of completing the required documents in your enrollment packet. Right now, you are doing number 3. You are participating in the AmeriCorps orientation. As a reminder, you do need to get a 90% on this quiz, or else during the All-Corps, you're actually going to have to come about an hour early to engage in a live presentation with myself. Another one is you need to set up or confirm your login for a My AmeriCorps account. You should have received the invite on Friday, August 10th. If you did not, please email me. If applicable, so if you have done the Corps before but didn't earn a full Ed award, you may be asked to acknowledge that you'll get a partial award. There'll be more info coming to you if that does apply to you. And then if you'd like, as soon as you're enrolled, you can actually request loan forbearance and not have to worry about paying back student loans during your term of service. So what is the requirements for service? So you must serve as a full-time teacher of record. You must teach through the last day of the school year. You must not engage in any of those AmeriCorps prohibited activities during AmeriCorps time. Also, we do have some additional regional requirements that are required by the state of Louisiana. I'm going to go over those on the next slide. During exiting requirements, I'm sure our 2017s are familiar with this. What you need to do in May and June is you need to complete the AmeriCorps exit form. And then if you'd like, if you do have student loans, you can actually request the interest accrual payment through AmeriCorps so they can pay that. And then if you want to use your Ed Award, you can also apply for Ed Award disbursement. So what does TFA New Orleans require? So yes, you need to serve as a full-time teacher of record at your placement school, and you need to teach through the last day of the school year. Another additional thing I've highlighted in blue is that you need to attend all TFA and GNO programming throughout the year. And this includes the All Corps, like the one that's coming up on August 25th. For 2017s, you need to attend 6 out of 8 fellowships, which you'll hear more about again at the All Corps. If you are a 2018, you must attend these professional development labs. You will have to attend at least 4 throughout the year. And then everyone will have to participate in the Martin Luther King Jr. Day of Service. That's actually one of my favorite days that I look forward to. We usually partner up with Uncommon Construction and just work on rebuilding homes in the New Orleans community. You are also required to debrief with your MTLD. If you haven't met your MTLD yet, you soon will, and they are your teacher leadership coach. Another thing that you have to do is submit that mandatory paperwork, and that includes student achievement data, which is 3 times a year. You can see those dates on the calendar that is posted in the blast. We will also be reminding you of when you need to turn in that data. Also, there are going to be 3 surveys throughout the year from Teach for America. That includes the first 8-week survey, which is coming up in September, a mid-year survey, which happens in January, and an end-of-year survey that happens in May. Also for AmeriCorps, you will be required to sign a mid-year performance review, you and your MTLD. That's going to work the same as the enrollment packet. We are going to send you an electronic form and you just have to sign it by a certain date, as well as a teacher LDOE waiver form. So we partner with the Louisiana Department of Education to get your LEAP scores directly from the Louisiana Department of Education, so you just need to sign that waiver. Also, just do not engage in any AmeriCorps prohibited activities during AmeriCorps time. I would reference the site as well as the slide deck, and then if you have a question about it, please ask either your MTLD or myself. So here are some additional resources. So just so you know who your AmeriCorps regional contact is, it's actually myself, Alicia D'Agostino, and I will be sending out an email that has my contact information as well as it's in your enrollment packet. If you would like to talk to the AmeriCorps National Team, just email them at AmeriCorps@teachforamerica.org. They are a wealth of knowledge, and I strongly encourage you, if you have questions, to go to them. AmeriCorps also has 2 official websites. That's AmeriCorps.gov and edaward.org. They have lots and lots of information about AmeriCorps, the history of national service, and AmeriCorps benefits. When all else fails, you can call the AmeriCorps Help Desk. The number is listed there. They are very, very helpful when it comes to technical issues. I do admit the My AmeriCorps website isn't the most user-friendly, so please utilize that number. Unfortunately, on our end, we do not have access to anything regarding the My AmeriCorps account. All right, and that is the end of our session. So you will now be asked, to submit those questions for the quiz. Remember, if you get a 90%, you are free, good to go. If for some reason you do not get a 90%, I doubt that's going to happen. If you don't, your name will go to me, and I will put you on the list and tell you more about what that makeup session will look like. Again, please reach out if you have any questions. I'm here to help. If I can't help, we will consult somebody else and get you your answer. Have a wonderful rest of your day.